you really need to buy a home in Georgia. Thinking about buying a home in Georgia? Let's talk about the actual requirements, what you really need to get approved and close on a home. A lot of people think it's harder than it is. So in this series, I'm gonna walk you through the 5 key things you need to qualify for a home purchase in Georgia. We're talking about your credit, your income, your savings, your ID, and your plan. Let's kick it off with credit. How good does your credit score really need to be? To buy a home in Georgia, most lenders prefer a score of at least 620. That's the typical minimal for conventional loans. If your score is between 580 and 619, you still might qualify for an FHA loan with a higher down payment. And yes, there are options for buyers with scores below 580, but they are rare and come with extra conditions. Here's the good news. Credit is something you can improve. If you're not there yet, don't panic. Next, let's talk about what lenders are looking for in your income. Lenders want to see that you have a steady income and enough to comfortably afford the monthly payments. They usually calculate this using something called DTI, or debt to income ratio. Ideally, your total monthly debts, including the new mortgage, should be no more than 43% of your gross monthly income. W-2s, pay stubs, or tax returns help verify this. If you're self-employed, lenders may need a bit more documentation, but don't worry, your loan officer will help walk you through all of this. What's next? How much money do you really need in the bank? Let's talk about savings and down payment. Let's talk about money. How much money do you actually need saved? In Georgia, first-time homebuyers can buy with as little as 3% down using a conventional loan or 3.5% with FHA. There are also down payment assistance programs that may help cover part of that. In addition to the down payment, you'll need closing costs, usually around 2 to 5% of the purchase price. So for a $300,000 home, that might be $6,000 to $15,000 total. You also need some cash in reserves. Lenders like to see that you'll still have a little bit left in the bank after closing. Next, let's talk about documents and ID, what you need to legally buy. To legally purchase a home in Georgia, you'll need a valid government-issued photo ID. That's your driver's license, state ID, or passport. You'll also need financial documentation like tax returns, W-2s, bank statements, and pay stubs. These help your lender verify your income, savings, and employment. If you're married, both spouses may need to sign at closing, even if you're the only one on the loan. And don't forget, buying a home is a legal transaction. You'll sign a lot of documents, so having everything in order up front will make the process so much smoother. Let's wrap it up with the one thing that ties everything together: your plan. The one thing you really need when buying a home is a plan. You can have the credit, the income, the savings, but without a plan, buying a home can get very overwhelming very fast. That's why the most important thing you need is guidance. A real estate agent and lender who can help you create a personalized strategy will help you figure out what's possible now and what's the next steps to take if you're not quite ready. Buying a home in Georgia isn't just about checking the boxes, it's about setting yourself up for success. If you're thinking about taking the leap, let's chat. I'd love to help you put a plan in place and let's get you to that dream home. So if you're thinking about making a move in the North Georgia area, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me a DM. I would love to chat with you.